Caitlin. I am a fashion reseller on the Depop and Poshmark apps, and I like playing with makeup too. So we all know what happened to Jeffree Star. If you don't, then you live under a rock. Basically, he ruined this poor kid's life for no reason other than jealousy. And now Morphe doesn't like him, so they put this on sale for like $12. Isn't that nice? So normally I wouldn't buy Jeffree Star because he is trash, but his makeup isn't, and it was cheap. So, you know, shameless. It's fine. We have bigger problems to worry about today. And today we're going to talk about a few. You know, I live in America. I live in Atlanta. And I've been watching a lot of this, you know, police brutality stuff. You know, because, like, you kind of can't get away from it because the police kill, according to the FBI, 3 people a day. However, according to The Guardian, who the FBI has admitted to having a more accurate representation of police brutality in America, or is it The Hill? The Guardian or The Hill, one of them's in the UK. Either way, the theory is, and has been pretty well proven, that even though 938 people in 2018 were recorded as murdered by the police, we're probably looking at closer to about 1,800. That would be double. So cops kill 3 to 6 people a day. We're not entirely sure, at least 3. And that's not an issue that other countries have. I think that's kind of not a good sign, you know? Like, if other developed countries aren't doing what we're seeing here, don't you think that maybe we should join the other cool kids and stop letting police be murderers? Maybe. So, yeah. I've been reading up a lot on police brutality because when I have discussions, I like to be well informed. I like to be able to pull out numbers and statistics and studies and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's not an option because aside from the one report that I did find was from the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, who has been an organization appointed by the FBI since like the 70s. And so I found their report after looking and looking and looking and asking other people what sort of like resources they have on police brutality. And I ended up finally finding the Commission on Civil Rights report from 2018, and that is by far the most in-depth and well-researched report that I've found. It's very well researched, obviously, because it's the Commission on Civil Rights, you know, like they kind of have a vested interest in people not being killed by the police. You would think that, yeah, as Americans, we can basically Google anything we want and find a pretty decent bit of information. And there just is hardly any on police, and I'll tell you why. The Commission on Civil Rights has been requesting from the FBI some sort of like reporting system for the police, for police brutality, since like the 70s, maybe the 60s, I don't quite remember. It was 78 or 68. So they've been asking for this, and the FBI said, okay, we'll make this thing that you're asking for, but it's all voluntary reporting. There is no sort of like computer program type infrastructure at all on, you know, there's no like database at all, especially not open to the public. And you know, you hear about these cops that are like killer cops, that they get fired and then they go and be a cop somewhere else, and part of that is due to this fact that there's no way for other entities to find information on potential police officers. So, I also couldn't find any information about how they're trained. I couldn't find any information on what sort of like books they're supposed to read. There's some stuff out there about, what do you call it? There's some stuff out there with, you know, like training, or not training, you know, like passing the test, those like fake test thingies. So that's on there. But there's no, I really don't think that there is consistent training within the police force across different departments. And I think that's, I mean, obviously it's a part of the issue is the fact that they're not trained. But the other issue is that police are just racist. I hate to say it, but it's true. So, read this report. It's terrible. Basically, all it says is police are racist, and here's a ton of information about why and like how we can prove it, and it has been proven. If you want, I can send anybody this report. I need to just like tag it, or you know, not tag it, like link it in the description box or whatever. For example, on page 31, it says, oh wait, no, we need to go to page 30. Where are you, page 30? Are you already? Okay. Experts argue based on disparities in police stops and prosecutorial charging and in bail sentencing decisions that implicit racial bias has penetrated all corners of the criminal justice system. Moreover, policies that are race neutral on their surface, such as hotspot policing and certain risk assessment instruments, have targeted low-income people of color for heightened surveillance and punishment. And if you've ever heard about systematic racism, that's a big portion of it, is that police go for black communities. They do here. And they always have. If you've never heard of, there was back in the 60s, there was something called Black Wall Street, where it was basically Wall Street, but it was black people, and they had, you know, very successful businesses, and people who were in this area were doing like really, really well. I think it was like in Tulsa, and the white people didn't appreciate it in the 60s. And so these people decided that not only were they going to accuse somebody of something that they didn't do at all, they accused a man of like sexually harassing a woman, which I think is kind of ironic because like y'all don't care. Like y'all don't care about us. You don't care. You don't want to have your man card questioned or whatever. I'm mad. Ask me how I feel about it. So yeah, Tulsa massacre. Police are focusing on communities of color and low income communities that are low income because all of their shit got burned down every time they tried to build something up until now. I don't know if y'all know anything about American history, but that's a pretty consistent issue throughout our history, is that anytime a black person or person of color would, you know, start a business back in the day, it would just be a shit show for them. You couldn't start a business as a black person. Even though technically it was legal, there were going to be people that were going to come and harass you, and people that were going to hurt you if they saw you being successful as a black person back then. And still today, like you can still see that today, obviously, because the police are still doing it. But these are like everyday people. It was like an overwhelming trend that like everybody was going to treat you like garbage if you were a black business owner. Obviously, I live in Atlanta. That's very different here. But I do know that from my experience living in Arkansas, Alabama, and Florida, it's not the case everywhere. Lots of people are still being harassed as business owners for owning a business. And to get back to the whole systematic racism thing, I think that people really don't, I don't think that, I mean, they don't get it, do they? When people are like, oh, you weren't a slave, like, well, maybe not technically, but his dad was imprisoned for something that probably a white person would have done and gotten away with, like stealing $9 worth of chicken or some shit, and couldn't raise their child properly, and they just keep that cycle going. They just keep taking the breadwinners and putting them in prison. And it's like such an obvious tactic. I mean, we can see it. We all know what's going on. The thing is, there are twice as many white people arrested for things like, I was looking at the quick numbers on like the racial breakdown of arrests, and white people, making up 50% of the population, are being arrested twice as much as black people, who make up 13% of the population. But the population in prison is like 70% black. So how does that add up? JW. I don't know. I'm really fucking mad. I really am. I'm tired of racists. There are very few things that I find entirely unacceptable and have always found entirely unacceptable, and being a racist piece of garbage is on that list. Like, racists, rapists, pedophiles, all in the same. That's where you belong. Those are your friends, are the rapists and the pedophiles. If you don't like somebody because of the color of their skin, it puts you in the same spectrum of people that would hurt people who hadn't done anything to them, such as rapists and pedophiles. So that's how I came to that conclusion. Racists are trash. And I'm still really salty about this whole, like, Bernie not winning the DNC nomination. We all know what it was about. He got ripped off by the DNC in 2016 by Hillary, even though he was winning. And then Hillary lost against Donald. Like, maybe if you'll just listen to the people who were actually voting and stop trying to make decisions for us that you feel like it's just best for the people and we just don't know what's going on, like, maybe you should just fucking listen. Jesus Christ, I'm so mad. Like, I'm trying to be, like, I don't know. I guess I'm, like, trying to be some sort of, like, makeup goddess or something while also complaining about racism, while also holding a racist ballot. Like, whatever. This is America. We do what we want here. Oh, Jesus. So, and I love this whole thing that's been coming out about George Floyd, that he had a deadly, lethal amount of fentanyl in his system. Now, as an ex-junkie, I can promise you that I know more about fentanyl than most people. And what I know about fentanyl is the second that shit hits your system, you are dead. Dead. Done. I mean, you might get a couple words out, but after that, you're out. Like, get the Narcan, start CPR, this person's dying. So the idea that he could have struggled against a police officer or several police officers while on a deadly dose of fentanyl, does that make sense? No, because it's not true. Like, even if you did find some fentanyl in his system, like, there's no fucking way that that's what killed him, because that's not how fentanyl works. Fentanyl doesn't just hang out in your body and, like, wait 20 minutes and then kill you. Like, that's not how that works. It's not how it goes. And I'm just, oh, I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of, like, God, why? Why? And, like, in America, the thing is, like, we don't have a justice system so much as like a punishment system. So when you're convicted of a crime, like a felony or something, no matter what kind of felony that is, you can no longer vote, you can no longer own a firearm, and now you have to work for pennies even after you've gotten out, after you've served your time, because nobody wants to hire a felon. So you've got like all of these people that are struggling that don't have any money because they can't get a job because they didn't make any money while they were spending 5 years in prison. And then there's nothing. There's nothing. Oh my God, I'm so sick of America. I kind of feel like an ungrateful asshole, partially. But I also feel like this is just, you know, just because other countries are nasty to their citizens, other governments, does not mean that the nastiness that our government shows us is any less valid or less dangerous. I actually saw, there was a girl who I follow that goes to a lot of the protests. She was talking to what was the guy? He was from like the National Guard or something. He was in the National Guard. And he said that we should be grateful as Americans because the government does not like rip us out of our homes and take all of our money and shit. And it's like, well, they're not supposed to do that either. That doesn't make what you're doing any better. Like, you're still garbage. I just don't. It's like saying that, you know, everybody has problems. Like, yes, everybody has problems. That doesn't mean that you don't need to fix them. And I feel so bad I'm embarrassed, honestly, at this point, to be white. Like, no shit. I'm not even kidding. Living in Atlanta, it's really hard to walk around and see all those people that you know that are in danger, and there's nothing you can do about it, and just hope like hell they don't think that you're one of the people that wants to hurt them. Because that's just, I mean, I can't imagine living like that. I really can't. And I mean, the moms, man, there are some mothers that I am friends with on Facebook from where I grew up, you know, like women that I went to high school with and stuff. And when they talk about, you know, how they have to talk to their kids and how they have to explain things to their kids and like, you can't do that just because this guy did it doesn't mean that you can do it. You know, like you can't have a toy gun. Well, Jimmy has a toy gun. Why can't I have a toy gun? Well, because you're black, baby. It's terrible. I mean, toy guns are a different issue altogether, but, you know. It's just from birth. Black people are taught that they're in danger, and it's true. And it's, God, it's so fucked up. It just hurts to see in 2020 that Donald Trump is the president and that American citizens are being murdered on a regular basis. I mean, this is not once a week the way that media kind of frames it. I know that media, obviously you can't get a video of every single time the police kill somebody, but I think that it's very important that we acknowledge the fact that police they're not helping. They're not a helpful entity at all. And they're not even properly trained to be helpful. They're not trained to be helpful at all. They're trained to subdue. They're trained to punish. That is it. They're not trained to assess the situation. They're not trained to do any sort of like de-escalation tactics and stuff like that are very rare for police departments to be educated on. And it's what's really sickening is that this has been an issue for a long fucking time. Like, long time. 400 years. 400 fucking years. And we still don't have this under control. It's just, I am astonished. I really am. That like, that many garbage humans exist. That's what really is shocking to me, is that there are so many racist in this world, especially in America, that Donald Trump could run on racism alone as a platform, and he thinks he's gonna win twice. You know, the RNC didn't even make a new platform for 2020. They don't even care. Their platform is racism, that's it, and fear-mongering, and we all know that if we watch the RNC. So, I mean, I'm feeling real shitty about it, you know? And it sucks because, like, I can't go and participate in marches or anything like that because I have a lot of health issues, and I get really sick really easily, like cold sweating, vomiting, kind of like very, very sick. And so I can't be out in that stuff because I mean, the second I got gassed, I'd be fucking dead. For real, for real. Like, not even a joke, like I would probably die if I got tear gassed. Which, honestly, I don't even feel comfortable with that as an excuse. But, you know, like, they don't get to sit out. Black people don't get to sit out of police brutality. It just doesn't happen that way. And, like, the more research you do and the more I read about, you know, what is available about police brutality, I mean, it's just sickening. It truly is. And, like, the thing is, at this point, the police think that they can just do whatever and it'll be fine. Even though, like, you killed somebody on video, they really think that they're gonna be fine. And more often than not, they are. I have never in my life heard of a police officer being held to the highest degree of responsibility for the things that they've done to people. Even the guy who killed George Floyd, what was his name? Derek Chauvin? I mean, how many charges did he have against him before he killed George? He has not been punished appropriately. Just because you killed one person, you got caught for that one killing, doesn't mean that all over his fucking record isn't 17 other offenses of unnecessary use of force. Why aren't you under the jail? Because he's not gonna be, because he's a cop. And because America is racist. That's just it. And I hate to say it. I really, I mean, it's so unfair to communities of color that, you know, in no way did they ask for this. In no way. When you compare the amount of terrorism coming from police versus the amount of crime that comes out of black communities, I mean, you're really telling me that this is necessary. That's what you're telling me right now. Really? Really? And, like, it's not just black people. It's not just black people. They hate drug addicts. They hate people with mental illness. They hate, oh my God, don't even get me started on Native Americans. Holy shit. I had no clue. Native Americans are actually killed more often than black men by the police. Isn't that fucking nuts? You thought that the worst one was black people. Nope. When I say more often, I mean, like, according to, like, per 1,000 people. Like, there are so many Native Americans and they are murdered at this rate. They're murdered at a higher rate, but there are more murders of black people because there are more black people. You know what I mean? So, statistics, numbers, we love them. And, like, this shit, it's just astounding, isn't it? Like, to wake up every morning as an American and look at the news and there's something else, something new, some sort of ridiculous thing that the president said, some sort of ridiculous thing that happened at the RNC, another dead black man every single day. And, God, I'm sick of it. Like, I'm ready for full-scale revolution at this point. And I feel really bad for saying that because I can't participate boots on the ground. But I'll be a getaway driver. If anybody needs a ride. I love when people talk all this shit about, like, the destruction or whatever. When you actually look at the amount of destruction per lives lost, It's really not that much when you're considering that, like, a whole ass person died, you know? And I love when conservatives try to tell people, like, oh, well, that's not the right way to do it. Didn't we try the other way? We've been trying the other way for a hot minute, and y'all still haven't been listening. Only until people started burning Memphis to the fucking ground because of what happened to MLK did we even get anything related to civil rights passed into law. And it's disgusting that we have to take it to that point. And it's unfortunate for whatever business owners are affected by that. But I have seen a lot of business owners basically just give them a pass. Lots of people understand, lots of business owners, including, I know that the guy, the CEO of Target or something, was basically like, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and fuck it up. We've got insurance. And so there was a car dealership that got burned down in Milwaukee the other day. And the owner was like, yeah, it's fine. He said, if you have to do it 20 more times to get some justice, you go on and do it. And like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah to that guy. He said, I'll take the whole L, and I don't even care. Because I know that you people need to get it out. You need to handle this. You need to do whatever is necessary to make something happen. And it's so shitty that, like, we can't even rely on our own government to, like, make some moves on this. It's been 60 years since we've been asking for some sort of reporting agency for the police, and it has never happened. I mean, with the way that Facebook and stuff like that knows how to advertise to people, and all the technological advances that we have made in the 2000s, you would think that one of those advances would be a computer system within the police that keeps track of their misdeeds. And I guess good deeds, but you probably don't get a lot of those. Unless, well, here's the thing. I really love when people use, like, there are good cops as, you know, some sort of defense. It's like, I don't know how you define a good cop, but my definition of a good cop is somebody who actively works against racist police officers and calls out racist police officers and works towards fair and reasonable responses to criminality. That would be a good cop to me. But if you don't call them out, you're a bad cop. If you let somebody put their knee on a black man's neck and you don't say nothing, you're a bad cop. That's just it. Just because you didn't murder somebody doesn't mean you didn't watch somebody get murdered, like, and not do anything about it. It's fucking stupid. And as police officers, like, they know that they're the only ones who can really do anything about other police officers. Because we know they're above the law. We know they have qualified immunity. We know that they're not going to be prosecuted for murdering these people that they have been caught on film murdering, not subduing, not shooting for the knee, not shooting for the hand. They shot a guy 7 times in the spine, point blank. Jesus. I mean, it's just, I don't. Jesus. I don't even believe in Jesus, but I need some Jesus right now. I'm just tired. I'm tired of being an American. I really am. I'm tired of being embarrassed of my race for this shit. This is disgusting. Period. And I can't imagine, like, you know, I just said, like, I'm ashamed of how I look. And I'm afraid that people are going to judge me. Can you imagine? I'm just afraid that people are going to judge me. They're afraid that they're going to die. Like, this is, oh God, this is fucking unreal. The more I think about it, the more upset I get, and I can't not think about it because I take everybody's problems and make them my problems, and, yeah. I've actually developed some new panic attacks. I had gotten them down. I had, you know, developed some sort of something to make them chill out. And then coronavirus happened, and then police brutality has become like a major issue, and then my grandfather died, and now more police brutality, and your girl is, yeah, I'm hyperventilating once a day. It's really nice. And it just, you know, I mean, it sucks to be me, but it sucks more to be them. You know, it's just so, God, it's so fucked up. I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled. Can you tell? Let's see. This is like a really big mirror too. Like, I love this mirror. I feel very fancy. I've got it like set up on my computer right now. Okay. So real quick, I just wanted to go over like some statistics, some fun facts about police in the U.S. Did you know that an unarmed black man is as likely to be shot and killed by police as an armed white man? So what does that show us? That shows us that police automatically consider blackness to be a threat, because that's, I mean, that's all they're doing is being black. Shit. It's just fucking ridiculous. And like, I get it, like, cops don't get called for no reason every time, but more often than not, it's nothing worthy of how far this shit goes. Like, this most recent guy in Kenosha, the police were called for a domestic dispute. And I don't know exactly how that started. I don't know how bad it was getting. But I do know that there was a video of this man trying to leave his home in his own vehicle. And the police told him to stop. And he didn't. And so they killed him. Or, well, actually, they didn't kill this guy. He's just paralyzed from the waist down and is going to be disabled for the rest of his life. Because he got in an argument with his significant other. And the police got called. That's, I mean, it's just not even reasonable. There's no excuse for this shit. There really isn't. I don't care what the fuck somebody did. You don't get to just, like, shoot him down in the street like a dog. Like, no. That's not even close to justice. Like, you took a guy who, oh, and don't get me started on Brianna. Oh my God. She got shot and murdered for literally being black. That was why they shot her, was because she matched the description while sleeping in her own bed. What? I mean, I don't even, how do you even know what she would have looked like? Like, she was asleep, yo. How are you gonna say she matched the description? Y'all are fucking terrorists. That's just what it is. Terrorists. Ask me how I feel about the police, I'll tell you. And, like, I know that it is not necessarily my place to, like, speak about the Black American experience. But this is my channel and I can talk about whatever I want, and I'm tired of watching black people get murdered. And just because I'm not black doesn't mean that I can't hold that opinion. So, there you go. That's how I feel about it. And my fucking bandana keeps moving. Contour looks really nice today. I'm pretty surprised. I usually have an issue with this side of my face, but I think it's going okay today. So, originally I had gotten some, what do you call it? This double duty beauty shape tape. This is 34S and I ordered it in 15S. And, yeah, you want to talk about flashback shitty. That's where we were. We were living in flashback shitty. So, yeah. And I feel, you know, I'm just having a lot of issues with, like, not having many people to talk to about this. It's not like my family doesn't want to talk about it. It's that they don't want to hear me rant for 45 minutes to an hour. So, that's why we're here. It's because on YouTube I can rant about anything I want and then put it on the internet. Yeah. See what happens. What happens? I've also been like, to completely go off subject of police brutality and cops being trash. I've been looking into Lolita fashion. Oh my god. Those women are amazing. And the dresses are amazing. If you haven't looked up Angelic Pretty, it's a very famous like Lolita type brand. Their prints are amazing, and I don't know, I kind of want to join like a Lolita com just for like shits and gigs and like to be able to dress up like a pretty princess. But like, I don't know, I'm not really that into like other parts of Japanese culture. And I mean, like, I probably would be, but I'm just not right now, you know, like I don't know a whole lot. I mean, obviously I'm American, I watch anime, I love Lolita fashion and J fashion and stuff like that, because I mean, honestly, it's a whole amazing aesthetic vibe, and I love Lolitas. Fucking amazing. And there's this one that I watch called Scarfing Scarves. The girl's name is Tyler, and she's just, she calls herself Frilly Satan. And like, it's just, that's accurate, you know, like she's mean as hell, but she's also very well spoken. So I love a good, well created insult. I need more blush. Do I need more blush? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not thrilled with it. Maybe I need something higher up on my eyebrow. I think that may be it. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, much better. My makeup looks so different in this mirror than it does on the video. Oh yeah, much better. So yeah, I guess Jeffree Star's home wrecking right now. Wrecking homes. Ruining careers. Yes. And like, I'm not one of those people that like goes to Chick-fil-A or something and it's like, oh, but the chicken's so good. Like, I'm not one of those assholes, but I might be a discounted Jeffree Star asshole. I think I can live with that one. Eyeliner. I love eyeliner. 'Cause it fixes all of my problems. Eyeliner. God, I've got so many little caps and brushes and things. I think I'm gonna try to do like a really thin line, just because like this is all I'm doing today. This and like sharing my closet and going to the post office. My computer thinks that my that the back of this palette is a finger. And it's like, no, I don't understand. And I'm like, you're not supposed to understand. I guess I should start telling myself that. You're not supposed to understand why people are terrible pieces of garbage. You're just supposed to be nicer than them. And I guess that's like the moral of the story, is it's not for any of us to necessarily understand why the world is the way it is. It is our job to improve it in the best way we can. So, there's your pep talk from Auntie Katie. And, ooh, we're almost done. And I'm so excited about my new palette. And my new foundation. And my new BB cream. And my new setting spray, my new primer spray. I spent 150 bucks, that was it. Like, your girl is cheap. I can't help it. It's an involuntary personality trait. It's who I am. So, yeah. I'm not gonna do... Alright. We're all done. Never forget, all cops are bastards. Thanks for